Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metaphysical Hour. I'm Julia Cannon, and this is my co-host, Tracie Mahan. Woohoo!
Hi. You know, the last one I posted on YouTube, we both were kind of like frozen with our hands up in the air. So I think we should just be like we're on a roller coaster through the whole show. Because, who doesn't want to go click on the thing where everybody's like, it's exciting.
What are they doing?
Okay, hopefully we did that enough now that I can get a good screenshot of that. So, all right, we got Cindy. She's the first one. She gets an award. What does she get? She gets us to herself for whatever time it takes before someone else gets into that chat room and starts chatting. Hi, Cindy. And yes, I will take a sip of water. Look, I matched my...
You do. Oh my goodness. Yes.
I didn't plan it, really. But hey.
And your amulet there too.
Yes, isn't that beautiful?
You're just all matchy.
I try, and then my eyes are blue.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so far Cindy is competing with herself in the chat room.
Oh, wow.
There are other viewers. So let's just go through the spiel. If you are listening live, please come on over to BBS Radio TV on Facebook. We are live. You can click on the banner. It opens it up. It shows you the chat. If you're watching this at a later time, Friday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, come on over. We would love to have you live. We answer a lot of the audience questions. So think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see smoke come out of our ears? Come over and ask us a question. We'd love to hear it.
Really?
So Cindy says this color looks good on me.
It does. So, it really does. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
She bats her eyelashes.
Anyway, all good stuff. Yeah. All right. So it's still just Cindy in there. Are you guys lost?
That's odd.
Cindy,
what did you do? Did you barricade the doors or something?
I think so, but this is the fun part is there's new chats coming up. You're being very interactive with me, Cindy, and that's great. So she always wanted to be an only child.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, you're the only one in the chat room. Judy's competing. Dun,
oh.
Dun, dun. All right, we got competition in there with Judy from Australia, Cindy from Texas. Let's see if we can get Tracie from Australia. Good, Australia's starting to wake up now. Get you guys in there. All right. Well, energy. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So many cool things going on. But do we feel like they're cool in the moment? We don't know. It's like, what's happening? What's going on? Why this gap of time and space and things, right? So many practitioners have said it's really slow. The last week or so has been really slow, and I'm like, yeah, same thing here. So when I went into the channeling, into the meditation, I asked, why is it so slow? And I love the answer I got, because this is not something I would have thought of, right?
Okay.
So when it's something I wouldn't think to say,
yeah,
that's when I trust that it's probably a little bit higher wisdom.
Right. Yeah, it's not colored by your conscious mind.
Right. Thank you. Colored. That was such a precious way of saying you're not influencing. So yeah. So
well, that was it.
You didn't stain it with your own.
With your stuff.
Yeah. You didn't muck it up with what's going on in here.
Okay. But hey, just real quick. Yeah. That's important though. That is really, 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 really important. Yes. And so some people just want to take channelers just at face value and not even consider that factor. You have to look at what muck are they putting in there with their conscious mind, because it comes through there. It's a filter and it can pick things up. It's a sticky process.
Especially if you're a conscious channel, which I am. You've got to stay as clean with that as you can.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's one of the things that I like to talk about is, use discernment, because that channel is being influenced by the channeler. So if you resonate with the channeler, you'll probably resonate with the channel that they're bringing in, which is great. Anyway, so do you want to hear what came in?
Yes, I do.
You guys want to hear what came in? Let's see.
Please say yes. Please say yes. Yeah.
Cindy's got company in there now. Now we got Lenny and Judy and Tracie and Cindy. They're chatting. Okay. So anyways, it was, have you seen that movie Remote, I think is what it was called, with Adam Sandler, where he wanted to fast forward through certain parts to get to the good stuff and all of that. And so his body would run on autopilot while he was bouncing forward to whatever next stage.
I vaguely remember something about a remote. Is that not the right movie? Something about a remote kept doing things. They would actually
he would hit pause or fast forward and stuff like that, and then the whole family would do whatever around him. But then then it ends up fast forwarding his life, and then next thing you know, he's old and he's like, what happened? And he was being told, well, you were running on autopilot, kind of like an autopilot. Then I saw another movie that just came out, and I don't want to be a spoiler on it. It's on Prime. Can't remember what the name of it is, so there it's hard to spoil it. But she puts this thing on, and it takes her and puts her into this avatar body, right? And so same kind of thing. So they're talking about, well, what happens when she's not in the avatar body? And they say, oh, the AI unit runs the body then. So it's still a functioning body. And it's kind of like the backdrop people that we were talking about. So I wanted
or it's like, I know that one of my pieces or whatever is on a ship in suspended animation doing that,
So the buildup is here. We're building it up. So it's like, why are I literally, it was like taking a week off in a sense. I have a session tomorrow, but I had only like one reading. November's booking up like crazy. I'm like, what's going on? So I want to know, because that's so rare. And so I asked, well, why was that? And none of my sessions were channeling sessions. And now I feel like I'm back in business, but tomorrow's my first session since that's happened.
Okay.
And so when I asked, they said, well, we needed to put you on autopilot so that we could use your consciousness somewhere else. Like in one of the other avatars, we needed you somewhere else this week. And so we put you on autopilot. Well, what have I been doing? I've been cleaning a garage. I've been cleaning house. I've been assembling things. I've been doing things. I haven't been on a phone. I haven't been interacting.
That don't take a lot of conscious.
No, just kind of like an autopilot thing. And looking at it, I was just like, holy smokes, everything I did this week could have been done on autopilot.
Wow.
Absolutely. And so they were saying you were needed somewhere else. So we had to clear your schedule so that you could help over here. Well, what did we talk about last week? The reset.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm getting chills. So we talked about the reset, and is that possible that we went through a reset? Well, then I'm hearing from all these other people, I'm having the weirdest week. I have like no clients. It's like, really? Yeah. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that we're all somewhere else. I think we're back now because I got the information, and now I feel like I'm, I'm buzzing again. But it was really an interesting week. But I was content. I wasn't panicking, like, what's going on? Crisis? No, there was no crisis. It was just because, like I said, things were coming in, but they were coming in for November.
Later. Yeah.
Like, oh, that's interesting. I have appointments open this week and they're booking for November. Like, I was like, is it not showing up on the calendar?
It's just not a good week. So, it's Halloween coming up.
Halloween's coming up. Yeah, they're focused on that costume. They don't want to be checking in with higher self at that time.
Gotta be home.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought, how interesting, how much fun. Got to dig deeper into that one, find out, well, what are we doing in this other space that we're in? Absolutely. But yeah, and to have so many other people, other practitioners and all kinds of, well, this week was really slow, but I got a bunch coming up and I'm like, isn't that interesting that this is a theme, that there's a lot of people. So if you've been experiencing anything that mirrors that, please comment, because I think that's that collectively we've all been kind of called off planet for a minute to collaborate and go, okay, maybe it's about the reset. They're like, dang it, kids, we had to reset your butts in. So let's get
and that's the thing, is we're not going to know, although I've asked to be aware when anything happens, but maybe that one's just too much. It's like that one's off limits. You're not going to be aware of that one. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes we don't get all the information, but I thought that was interesting to tell me that
if they do a flashy thingy, that completely resets. So you're not going to remember that, or you're not going to be aware of
it. No. Anyways, so that was my big thing, I guess, this week, as I was like, what's happening? What's going on? But busy enough doing things, like I said, doing things online or organizing things, but not anything that I needed to like really connect or be very, in that conscious state of mind. They were kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
Might as well call it cool. It could be a lot of things, so let's just call it cool.
Hey, that's my word for everything, because then you come in with an attitude of open-mindedness rather than, oh my God, if you come in with fear or any of those caution things, then you're closing things off, and you're not open to the possibilities. And until we know better, how about let's see what the possibilities are?
Well, and to know that we can, like we can have an aspect of our consciousness of this version of me is still here, playing the autopilot part way. Another, like say 70-80% of my consciousness goes where else. It can happen like that. Tracy's saying the movie with Adam Sandler was Click.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys want to go see that was it, or it's an older movie, so you'd have to pull it up.
All I remember is that remote, if it's the same one, and it probably is, because it's only one probably out there that its focuses around a remote control.
Right. Yeah, and he could fast forward and rewind, and of course there's the strange man.
And what I remember is the end, and that's where it's like all settles in, they've got it all solved and everything, and then the remote's sitting there, and it's like somebody grabs for it, and it's like no something like that, so
right,
if it's the same movie.
Yeah, so Judy's saying, I feel like we had the big reset last week, and that was a week ago. Yeah. Anyway, so there's my stuff. There's my story. I don't have a lot of session stuff to share because, I was cleaning a garage and those kind of things. But we got a lot of things done. Creating
there you go. And we need to every so often too. But that's where, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, that we were talking about all these things and what's going on and what we're doing, everything. And that's when they come there like, and you're just still barely, so that's what we have to remember, is we have barely scratched the scratch of the scratch of the scratch. And so we keep thinking, oh, we have all this information, and of course we're doing things like that. If we barely touch the surface, then anything is possible. What we are huge, powerful beings, so we can do all these things, and we don't have an inkling. That's what they're saying right now. You don't have an inkling of what's really going on. So
love it.
Let's just go. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, anything's possible. Maybe that did happen. Oh, how fun is that?
Absolutely. And that was fun last week, just doing that kind of playing and roaming, all those things, and rather not taking it so seriously that it makes you scared, because sometimes that does that. And it's like just treating it like a fun thing, and let's just, what if, maybe we can, maybe we, it's like, and I like those kind of what ifs rather than, we have a tendency, the human mind and the human part of us has a tendency to do the negative what ifs. And
right.
And it's like, but it's okay if you want to do the positive what ifs, because we always forget those. And what if this happens? What if this happens? That's a possibility too.
Right. Yeah, we're spending energy on it. Let's look at what could happen in a positive way. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, you guys, tell us about your week. We want to know. I know Judy's saying that she could feel the big reset as well. And we've got, okay, Lenny's got deep purple 3-leaf clovers growing in the backyard.
Nice.
Yeah, I have seen clovers that are not green. Okay, so has anyone ever seen clovers that are not green? Yeah. There's clover seeds that come up purple and red and green, and so there are different colors of clover. But if it's in your grass, that's interesting. I know clover seeds, something that the farmers grow out here. So maybe that's why I'm more familiar with it, because
you're very familiar with clover.
Yeah, my dad farms it. So but it is beautiful.
Countries have clover.
Yeah, people will come out and sit with their little painting easels and paint the clover fields.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Lenny, you're not wrong. It is gorgeous. And yeah, there's been many a times, because sometimes they're on rolling hills out here, and so then you get these beautiful colors in these rolling hills, and it's just something out of a movie, and here's this farmer like, what are they doing? Oh yeah, you farm this, so you're not looking at it with the same eye.
Right, yeah, I'm getting ready to cut it. Why are you in my field? I can't cut.
He had one field, canola oil apparently grows beautiful yellow color.
Oh, okay.
He did that one year. He thought, well, I'll try canola. And so he planted some rolling hills with canola oils, and oh my gosh, people would pull off of the highway to see it. Wow. And take pictures. And again, there would be 2 or 3 people with their little painting easels painting it. And like, it made it on the news because so many people were distracted by it. But the bummer side of it was it wasn't good for the soil. So replanting those fields the next year, it was depleted. So he had to rethink that strategy. But we had a year of beautiful, like he has some beautiful fields that face one of the main highways near us. And so it was an eye catcher. People would see that driving to the coast or something. And so just made for part of their journey. Yeah, it is pretty out here. I say that, and it's been pouring down rain all day, and the wind and all of that. That's what we put up with to get the beautiful trees and the hills. Yeah. So yeah, but as anyone else is out in a sunny blue sky kind of day, enjoy that, because yeah, out here it's been, I think, it rains a lot. Pouring down rain. So yeah. But that's Oregon and Washington for you. So yeah. All right. Tell me, what do you got? What do I got? What do you need to know today? Yeah. Just put on those little radar things and ask, what do people need to know?
Before the show, I was thinking it was something, it was like something said, it didn't even give me the thing, but it was like I knew at the point. It was like, this is very important to talk about.
Oh. Was it when we were talking about influences on channeling?
No, I mean, I just had like, I knew at that time, but I don't know what it was. It was like whenever they were like, well, you talk about, it's like I was expected to know, like I knew, but I don't know right now. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's like there's something that needs to be talked about.
Maybe you should make it up.
Well, I'm trying to. I'm working on, like, can I come up with anything? And it's like, it'll come in. It'll come in. I'm sure our people there have
yeah.
We can.
Well, right now we're competing for rain. Judy's got rain constantly. As Cindy's saying, she finally got rain. I'm telling you what, Cindy, Judy and I will send you some rain in Texas. We will send it to you because I think we have enough to share. We're sharing.
I'm supposed to get rain tomorrow.
Are you? Yeah, see, it rains good there too when it rains. So, but you also have the beautiful trees to prove it. And yeah, okay. So we're tuning into Julia, everyone. We're going to tap into what was it that was important for us to talk about on the show today. So as everybody tunes in, I'm putting sound effects in there for everyone.
I like it.
Did you guys get it? Is it here yet? Okay. Let's see.
We got come up with
up here. Oh, we're still talking weather. Okay, guys, get off the weather. That's funny because it's, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, now that we're in this beautiful fifth dimensional frequency, we're talking metaphysics all the time. It's like, I don't really
we still talk
about the weather anymore. No, we're still talking weather. It's weather time. All right, let's see. Joyful. About the importance of being joyful. Erica's the reunion.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about
that. Wasn't
it? Okay. Getting hit by the psychic 2x4. No. About the shift. We already Mara, you probably
it feels like it was something kind of like we were last.
Sorry. I was talking to Mara in the audience because she said about the shift, but we kind of already about the shift last week. But we kind of
but see, that's what I was just starting to say was it feels like it was something along the line or that kind of latitude, depth, whatever that we were doing last week. That's the feeling.
Okay.
So it's interesting that she's like something on last week.
Mara, see, you're on it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Keep posted. It's coming in. We're going to get it. So something to the depths of the shift. Okay, we got that was a long Christy, I'm not going to be able to read all that. Is there a short way to?
You're going crazy, huh?
Big reset. Well, yeah, there's a big long thing, but she's responding to the reset. So yeah, maybe there is more to expand on with that. Maybe. With, what is it that we're supposed to, or not supposed to? There is no supposed to in anything, right?
Right. Well, just think, especially since you got information along that line too. So it's like there's more to this, but like, and they can, and like all that they're saying that they said a while ago is like you've just barely scratched. Don't feel like you know this stuff. Don't feel like you understand it because you are barely understanding who you are. You have no idea. I mean, that's like, and while that might seem,
but it's so intentional to not know who you are because you want to have this experience. When we can figure out that we want to have this experience.
Yeah, no, and that's a really good point. It's about the discovering, and we're remembering who we are, and all these things are helping us. It's just somewhere in here. It's like, I guess maybe that's the point, is that don't feel like you know it all. Because you don't know nothing. It's like, we're discovering, yes, but it's easy to get caught in some things sometimes of, I got this figured out. I know everything, and I'm going to just vomit all over you with all my wonderful knowledge. Man, and so it's like, I don't know why that's there, but it's like, please understand. And I don't have any idea if I'm even talking to anybody, but this is what it feels like. It's like, you don't know yet. You're just barely, this is all the path of discovery, and you're just learning, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you start figuring you have it all figured out, that's another way of closing down everything. Because you're not open. That's that we started that way, didn't we? Open to possibilities, open to things. So there we go. Maybe I did say it in the very beginning.
It was so simple yet so deep, right? But I mean, if you think about it, like being in first grade and you're learning your basic math, and 1 + 1 and 2 + 2, and then you're like, oh my God, I got it. And then what happens? You move up a level and say, okay, now let's do multiplications. And you're like, what? So then you got to learn all that, and you're like, got it. And then they're like, oh, really? Okay, well, now let's bring you into algebra or, whatever's next. And you keep going up. So that's where we're at. No matter how many times we say, got it, then we get to learn the next level. Right. And then it's almost like you never use your basic math might be the foundation, but, you're using multiplications and everything else all the time. Yeah. So you had to learn that foundation in order to get to those higher levels of understanding, right? Math is such a nice tool for this exercise, isn't it? So
I love math.
I did too. Yeah.
I love playing with numbers.
I got set in my Algebra 1 class. First, they started me off in in my freshman year, Algebra 1A, which was like before algebra even. Yeah, it's like prepping you for algebra. And I got in there and they're like, oh, no, you need Algebra 1. So they moved me to a different class. And then I started doing that class and they're like, okay, you're getting bored in here. We're sticking you in the back of the room. Here's the textbook. Just when you're done with one chapter, start the next one. And so I was done with the textbooks, and then I think they gave me the next textbook for something else afterwards. Cool. And there was a group of us, there was about 5 of us that sat in the back of the room, just and we'd just go at our own pace. And so, but then they threw me in geometry the next year, and I was like, that's a whole different demon. That's completely not math.
No, and that's I had a hard time in that one too. I liked it, but it was confusing. You know, it just didn't make sense.
And you would think
I was usually everything came easily to me, and like that, it's like I understood it, I could do it. But there, I remember sitting in one test and being completely lost, and I was never like that. I always knew the answers. I did so good, and I ended up. I don't know if it was just nothing was computing that day. I don't know, but I remember. I mean, I was the only one left in the classroom. I was there and I'm trying to, I think it went into the lunch break and they were letting me, like just finish the test. And that never happened to me. I was like, I was so upset.
Yeah. Okay. So Cindy's saying geometry got her too. See, it's geometry. It screws you up. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Right.
But the other ones in the class got through. They didn't seem to be tripped up. It was just me that day.
I know. Linda, we're glad you made it. She's saying BBS radio didn't come up for her at first. So glad that you got it. You found it and you're here.
Yay.
Yay. Yes. Okay. Amanda, angel numbers have got me lately. The angel number 3 has been showing up. I love these angel messages through the numbers. Oh yeah. Gateway drug right there. Angel numbers and their communication. I may or may not have an angel number book and an angel number website connected to my phone and
on speed dial.
Yeah. When I found out you can make your own little icon on your phone for your favorite, like when you go to a website, you can make it into an icon if it's your favorite website. So the angel website is mine.
What?
You want proof, don't you? And I want to prove it. Let's see.
I just hold them all in there. You know, I don't delete them if it's something like that. I just hold them.
Let's see if we can get it on here. That darn reflection is going to kill it. Anyways, my angel numbers right here. Nope, it just makes it worse, doesn't it? Now it's really going to be bad because now I've got my. But give me an angel number, you guys. I got the side up. See, it just comes right up there now. And then I can be like, what's your favorite number, Julia?
Well, it's not my favorite number, but it's just what popped in my head when you were like,
oh yeah, do it.
789.
Oh. And see, this is what's nice about this one is it goes into like
it does them all.
Something. Yeah, it does them all. Okay, 789. There we go. Okay, everybody ready? I hope I'm ready because that's a lot to read.
I think the second paragraph is the main one, isn't it?
I think so. Okay, angel number 789 brings a message about your lifestyle and career choices. The angels guide, encourage, and support you as you focus upon your life purpose as a light worker. Angel number 789 may be a message to prompt you towards your new soul's calling. Okay, somebody needs to hear that, right? If you've been feeling unclear or confused about your true life purpose, angel number 789 is strongly prompting to listen to your intuition and follow its guidance. It is time to steer your life and career towards a spiritually based practice. Gee, I wonder what they could do. QHHT? Heart-based service. QHHT? Maybe this is why you got this one, right?
Maybe.
Your soul's prompting are leading you in the right direction. 789 is a sign your angels are helping you to manifest financial supply, and sustain and support along your life's journey. Okay, so this is, sorry, I'm going to see if I can read this because it kind of cuts it off. It is Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers, I believe is what that is. Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers. And anyways, yeah, you can just go and pick a number, and so much fun. It's like, okay, that number keeps coming up. What's my message? Always appropriate. So
and that's what you want to do. I mean, that's what it's telling you. If a number keeps coming up, it's trying to get your attention, either it's just trying to get your attention or get you to stop for a few seconds so that you can do whatever, shifting whatever needs to happen, downloads, who knows, whatever it is about. Or it's about, your angels, your beings, your guides are there. That's how I look at that. When I see repeating numbers, it's like them talking to me saying, hey, we're right here with you.
Yeah,
it's all good. And if it keeps on going, then sometimes if it's odd numbers that keep happening or whatever, then I'll look it up. That'd be the next step. It's like, is there another message there that I'm not getting?
Yeah, I see 1010 all the time. So when October 10th came around, I'm like, what? It was a normal day.
Yeah.
It didn't have anything to do with it, but and we got, we're going to have a November 11th come up, and 11/11 portal.
Yeah.
Fun. So yeah, I like it when the numbers do those kind of things, and we all can get into the energy of it and get excited about it.
Yeah.
Like the Lion's Gate 888 and those types of things. They're very fun. Bravo on the angel numbers. Portal to information. It's a great way for them to talk to us. Yeah. What other fun things? I'm trying to think if I have had, because I'll usually do that. I think I've talked about that a couple of times where I'll be driving to a session and it's like, is there anything I need to know before I go?
Yeah.
And something will stand out to me, and then I get there and it turns out it's very relevant.
Right.
So it's interesting to just invite that kind of stuff to happen.
Absolutely. And just be open and allow it, rather than trying to analyze it and critique it all. There again, you're shutting down when you do things like that. Just be open and just, whatever happens, you'll get to where you start trusting it, and then it's just it just flows through very easily. But then what you're looking for is that you will recognize it. Okay, it's coming in. I'm allowing it in. Now will I notice it? So
well, and we did this in Texas, where the day I was sitting on the dock and I was like, okay, what do you want me to notice? And like, oh my God, it was so magical. It was like something out of a movie with all the things that were showing up, and I'm seeing them, and I'm da-da-da-da. And then I said, okay, why'd you show me all this? Okay, well, what did each thing mean?
Yeah.
And so I went to each thing and all the different things that were happening and what their symbology was. So then I had all of you guys do that, right? And we all ended up getting some really cool information or mirroring, and it's so amazing to just be like, okay, like right now, audience, wherever you're sitting, look around you. What's standing out to you? What's the thing you're noticing?
Put it in, just whatever is you notice, whatever jumps out.
List 3 things that you notice around you.
Yeah, and it can be anything.
Yeah, we're gonna play with you guys. Like this. This is good stuff. Yeah, we'll have fun with it. So do you have 3 things?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm doing this too.
Maybe. Yeah. After we get some people with 3 things in there, we can start with you with 3 things.
Okay. One just
caught. Did you guys see how she did that? She's looking for the thing that stands out. Okay. I like it.
Only one thing is standing out to me.
Okay, maybe that's all we
get. Yeah, but
all right, we don't have anybody posting yet, but you guys are going to wish that you had. So get your buns in there, start posting. What are the 3 things you see around you? And I'm sorry if you're watching this on YouTube later, I probably won't come in and play this with you because it would be
it'll still work. I mean, just do it. You're going to hear
things.
Yeah, and then what we do here will help you understand what that, but go ahead and do it now, and
then you can break it down for yourself. Yes, true. Okay, we're getting a couple in here now. Okay, so what was the thing that stood out to you?
I have a picture on my wall that I can see what it's something about, because someone I love is in heaven. I can't remember the rest of it, but it's like, it's a picture of a cardinal. And when I saw it, it was like, oh, I have to get that because that's mom. That reminds me of mom every time I look at one. And that's the only thing that stood out. So
that's all we need, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this picture reminded you of mom, and what did that make you? What was the feeling that came with that?
When I saw it, it was just like, there we go. It was that kind of, I don't know if I made a reaction, but it was that it was just this, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it right there. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you put that, let's develop it a little bit. Okay. Your mom, you're following in her footsteps, you're teaching the class, you're doing a lot of the things that she's doing. So how do you interpret this picture being the one thing that stood out to you? Better yet, ask it. What does it want you to
that's what I'm when I look back at it now, it's like it's watching over me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, because it's up here to me, and that's how it just feels like it's watching over me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that. It's that. And then the word that's really jumping out on that is love. There's two words: love and home.
Aw, mm-hmm. Oh, that's so sweet. Hello, Dolores. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So now we're going to jump in here. We've got, Amanda has got flowers, trees, and rain. Yeah, I hear you on the rain. I got it. Okay, so when you're looking at that, Amanda, ask the flowers, what does it want you to know? What does the tree want you to know? What does the rain want you to know? And just sit with that for a second and type in here what comes to you. Everyone that wrote things down, the Tracie with the fence sky door, Mara has a bug cat in the lake. These are fun to just hear them. Cindy's got in the dark shadow of the oak tree out in the window, iPhone screen with you all. Okay, well, we know what that means. You're enlightening yourself with the show. Okay, so everybody, Linda's got broken ankle boot. Sorry, Linda. Knee walker and exhausted husband. Okay, so break these down, you guys. What does that all mean to you?
Well, and exactly, and like what you were saying, what feelings were there? So you always want to check in your feelings.
So what is the broken ankle boot telling you? What's its message? The knee walker, obviously you got the ankle boot, so you need the walker. And then the exhausted husband. What are your messages with that? The bug, the cat, the lake. Ask them, what do you want me to know? What kind of bug is it? What does the bug want you to know? What does the cat want you to know? Mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm getting a little Lyran energy with your cat, Mara. That's interesting. When I read that, I'm going to tell you what happened in my head. When I read the bug cat lake for Mara, it's like the cat morphed into a human figure with a cat face.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So there could be a big message for you in that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I got to remember yours, Amanda. Flowers, trees, and rain. So it connects me to the bees, I guess. I felt a calling to learn more about bees. Oh, so it's talking to you. You know what, Amanda? I had a woman one time, a client that went into a lifetime where she was a bee, and then she went and talked to the bee council. Who knew that was a thing? And so she was communicating with this bee council, which was an extraterrestrial collective. And then when we got done with her session, she goes, I got to show you something. And she pulls out her phone and she opens up this whole room filled with pictures that she had painted of bees. She never knew why she was so drawn to them. Just anyways, so check out the bees because there could be a really cool connection to them. And one of the things that I've found is the things that we wouldn't even think of, like ants and bees and butterflies and insects and the mantis beings, right? And all of the things, when you end up communicating with those collectives, like the insectoid collectives, they are so intelligent and they are so high vibrational and in tune with the earth and sounds and all the things, because they have to be to survive. And so tuning into them, it's like, oh my gosh, I should be, well, when the movie Ant-Man came out, I thought that was so funny, you know, and then they really capture how powerful an ant is. And it's like, well, this is real true, you know, this, they are very powerful and they're hive-minded, and, you know, they're collectives that work together. And there's so much to learn from these critters, right? So okay, let's see. Linda says, I had a client that was a bee and got too upset when his brother bee was squashed by unconscious dumb human.
Oh,
hey Linda, you're deflecting from your boot, your ankle boot. Come on. No. But no, it's very interesting to do the insect lives. And so Linda, I bet that was an interesting one. And that would be sad if you're buzzing around and somebody just squishes you to squish you. Yeah. So
well, that's the thing, when you have these kind of lives, you have these experiences, you completely see all those kingdoms differently. You know, and it's like you have a different respect, totally, you know. And then it's really hard. I mean, you know how it's natural to swat at things and stuff like that. And we've had some, it's like, why does everybody want to hit me? Well, I don't understand this. I don't know about, and it makes you think more about it. It's like, oh my gosh, you have to think, you know, before just swatting and killing it.
Yeah. I warn everything in my house, if you're going to be in here, I'm probably not going to let you live. So you got a choice, get out or, you know, transition.
Well, it's like, if you're going to interfere, like if you're crossing mine, because I'm going to try not to cross yours, but if you're, you know, so that it's like, we need to live, we need to live amicably.
I have some hornet's nests that are in the corner of my house. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. And I tell them, as long as I don't know you're here, you're free to live. And we're going on probably 4 or 5 years of that now.
Yeah.
And with my kids too, because they're like, Mom, there's a hornet's nest up there. Should we get it down? I said, has it been bothering you? No. I said, I have an agreement with them. If they don't bother us, they can stay.
Exactly.
And so the kids all know this too, right? And so seriously, and one was laying on my sidewalk in the front the other day, and I looked at that and I looked up to where it came from, and I was like, did somebody knock that down, or is it just the time for this one to be done? And you know, I'm asking in my head because I wanted to make sure that my kids didn't knock that down,
right?
Because I don't want them mad at me, right? I made an agreement with them. And so, but I heard, no, this one was done. And so it was okay that one was laying there. And I don't think any of us did it. I think it just naturally fell.
Just came off.
And anyways, but it was interesting to check in, just make sure our contracts are still in place. You don't bug me, I don't bug you. You don't get sprayed. We all live happily ever after.
Right. Something happened. This is a couple years ago or whatever. This epiphany came to me, and this is a perfect timing because Halloween is coming up. So I love that. It just popped in my head and reminded me when you're talking about that, that I had. So I think I talked last week about a spider that's in my greenhouse that I talked to, and it moves. It stays out of my way, and it's you know, you're fine there as long as you're not, you know, just don't be in my face when I try to come in, you know, when I got to do my things and stuff. He scampers up to the roof, and I'm up to the ceiling, and he stays up there. I can't even see him because he's hiding on a board or something. And so I'm like, that works for me. And he builds the web so I can get through, you know. It's perfect. Really cool. Anyway, a few years ago, a similar situation was going on in my house, and I had, you know, spider here. It was over off the counter on something that was there. And I mean, to say it, it's like, oh my gosh, people are gonna think, oh my God, I live, you know, do you ever clean, kind of thing. But it was that thing of, here's a being, you know, I can't kill it. I can't kill spiders. I can't kill these things, you know. And I let it go through its cycle, you know. I just did its thing, and I talked to it and stuff like that. and it hit me that, oh my gosh, this is what, okay, how do I have to do this? When people talk about witches and they always draw them, they always have a spider hanging off of their hat, and like that's supposed to be creepy and everything. And it was, what hit me was, that's all that was happening. Witches, or whatever you want to call it, they were just working with the nature. And so that's why they drew that spider, was to indicate, so they're able to talk to the kingdoms, the insects and the nature. And that's what that was all about. But then they want to make it something creepy, but it wasn't. It's just, this is the same thing. We're just,
how symbolic too, because people fear spiders. And somebody was telling me that they tuned into a spider at one point, like they were embodying the spider and what it felt like to be so scared of the humans, because the humans just squished them without, because they can feel the fear of the human, and then their aggression coming at them, they can feel all of that. And isn't that what was happening with the witches? People didn't understand them, and they feared them, and so they squished them. They got rid of them, they annihilated them. So the spider is actually kind of symbolic for that as well.
That's cool. When that was all that was, it was just nature worshiper, nature respect. Oh, they're saying not worshipers, it was nature respecters.
Nice. That's going to be everyone's word of the week. I'm a nature respecter.
A nature respecter.
Okay, Tracie, let's go see what yours was. Gotta find it. Okay, fence, sky, door. And then your first comment was, I think it means doors open, and I have a few obstacles, but this in the sky, I have a few obstacles. The sky is the limit.
The fence is representing an obstacle.
Okay, and then the sky is the
boundary.
Limit, meaning I'm going into the right direction. Perfect. Okay, and then okay, the huntsman spider is separate, so that's cool. Who else do we got in here? Cindy saying, I love the darkness, my oak tree, and you all. So it's all about the love with Cindy. Okay. Okay, the huntsman spider that used to live behind my mirror, he is fine there. One night he moved to above my bed. It was game over and I had to leave. He had to leave. Yeah, they don't get to come anywhere near the bed. Yes,
exactly. Yeah, it's like, no, this is my area. You have, that's you drawing your boundaries, but you just communicate that with them. And that's what I was saying is, like, I take these walks every day, and my driveway, and I'll have trees on both sides, and they'll build webs right there, because I imagine that's a corridor for bugs, and it's probably a great place to catch all these bugs in their webs. But the thing is, they build them at my height, so I'm hitting them. I'm like, I don't like this. And sometimes I can see it. Sometimes the sun will be reflecting on it, and then I have noticed, and I can duck or whatever. So that happened a few times where when I hit it, it tears up their web. So I don't remember if I said anything, but like the next day or something, I came out and their webs are higher, so I could walk right under them.
Nice. See,
that's all I needed. I was like, just can you move this a little bit? And that's like the one in the greenhouse. I just stay over here. They listen. They understand.
Yeah, they really do. It's like the Charlotte's Web, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we could get them to spell something in there for us, especially with Halloween. But yeah. Exactly. I have a little guy in my house that he's been there I've noticed him for a couple of weeks now, and I'm like, I yelled at him for not doing his job. I said, I just had to swat some flies. You're not doing your job.
Probably like, they need to get over here.
You need to usher them this way, lady. But yeah, smart spot. He's right by the back door, so that he can try and catch them coming and going. But
yeah,
now he's in my doghouse.
Okay. I mean, they're very clever where they put their webs.
Yeah, they seem to know. They seem to know how they're going to get fed. They don't like to starve.
No.
So, yeah. Oh, good. So, got it. Showing spiders. This is a nice way to round it up with Halloween coming and all of that. But is anybody doing any ceremonies over the holiday weekend? I have on Sunday, on Sunday I get to go. One of my friends is doing, taking us on a little shaman journey, and we're gonna sit around a fire if it's not raining. And
yeah,
and he's got drums and rattles and different things. I love that kind of stuff. I'll be like drooling, going, yeah, take me away. I don't know what it is about that drumming, the native drumming sound is like, I'm out. Just yeah, I'm gonna go journey. Have a nice day. But it's always so fun. And so that's kind of my All Souls big wide open fun stuff. You got anything going on? You going to a Halloween party or anything?
Yeah, I'm now there's two parts to this. Eureka does Halloween up big apparently, and
Nice.
my brother and sister-in-law they got married on Halloween, so they always like to go over there and go to haunted hotels and things like that for their anniversary. But anyway, they're over there now, and there's supposed to be a zombie crawl tomorrow. And
I've done one of those.
Have you? I've never been to one. And then there's Halloween on Monday, of course. Anyway, they invited him and working on stuff to create as a costume for it and everything. But now it's supposed to be raining, and so we don't. And they just got over there and they said it's so packed. I mean, cars were backed up clear down the highway. Couldn't get in, so I don't know. It's and then yes, we may just be waiting until Halloween to do something. We'll just see.
So did they come back or were they staying?
No, they're staying over there because that's their, and they had a hotel room, and then they're getting into the haunted hotel for their anniversary. So that'd be cool.
You know what? I've seen some of the hotels over there, and I would say the one that's not haunted and go visit the other one. Some of those are little creepy looking buildings, man.
Yeah.
If you guys have never been to Eureka, Arkansas, it is really neat little town. Yeah.
And it's the hotels there, they're on national news. I mean, on whatever, what would that be? They've got national press. I mean, they are notarized as haunted. They are legitimate haunted hotels.
Sure, they've got all the ghost hunters there. Yeah, I've heard stories.
I haven't seen anything. I just felt stuff, but I haven't.
Yeah,
haven't seen anything. But anyway, yeah, they're fun. If you want to have an experience,
I think that would be a great way. All right, so I know we're running out of time, so let's talk about that reunion.
Yes. Yeah, we finally launched the announcement. So and emails will be going out soon and things. But February 2nd to the 6th, we're going to have our QHHT practitioner reunion in Kauai, Hawaii. So excited.
And I'm so honored to get to have sacrificed myself to go check that out with you a few weeks back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys, this resort is phenomenal. America's best pool, is that what it is?
Voted the best pool in America.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. It's layers of waterfalls and pools, and their courtyard and areas is just gorgeous.
And we're gonna have a luau there and sound healing there on the premises there by the pool, and then we're also going to go on a hike into, I can't remember the name of it, Heritage Trail, something like that, and do a Lemurian ceremony while we're out there.
I can't wait for that.
Cool. Yeah,
love it.
And then and then we got lots of fun things that we do as groups, and then we're allowing there's time every day where you can go off and explore on your own, do sessions, whatever you want to do. So we're not taking up the entire time. You're in Hawaii, you want to enjoy Hawaii and each other.
Sit by the pool or on a beach or go snorkel or go play. We did all kinds of things while we were there. We did the horseback riding, the luau, the
and snorkeling,
massages, snorkeling, all of it. So there's nothing there that there's something to do. Every budget, you can grab a snorkel set and go snorkeling. You can just go for a walk on a beach or sit by the ocean or play by the pool. It's just got something for everybody.
Absolutely.
I will say this though, you were saying that we're gonna go on a walking trail or walking path. Imagine that's not going to be like right there by the hotel. So is my recommendation to people, I know you can get shuttle buses to things and stuff, but I think for my personal experience, rent a car.
Or we have places that everybody can start communicating with each other to coordinate ride shares, room shares, things like that. So
have that arranged, guys. Yeah. Because you're gonna wish that you did, because even though we're sitting in a beautiful piece of paradise that is like, if you never left that hotel, you would still have an amazing time.
Exactly.
You would have an amazing time. But if you want to go see anything else, it would be in your favor to have, because they're cabs, and I think they have like 2 Uber drivers on the entire island, and cabs were just as hard to find. So I recommend, just my personal preference, get a car, or I know that you have transportation lined up. That would be ideal.
Come join us.
More information. Where do they sign up?
QHHTofficial.com. Right now it's not on the homepage, but it is on the trainings. You can get in there. We will have information on the homepage very soon.
It's also on Facebook. If it's easier for you to find it there, go to any of the QHHT pages, and it'll be there.
And we gotta go.
All right, guys. See you in Hawaii.
Yes, Hawaii.
All right. Bye, everyone.